Hey Feasters, welcome to episode 250, this milestone episode of the Ask Rezzz show. Today we're going to share how you can get on a podcast so that you can get in front of your highly qualified leads for your services. Welcome to the Ask Rezzz podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm here to help you get past those bumps in the road, those struggles, those things that hold you back from building an amazing and profitable freelance business each and every single day. And so I'm here today to continue this series on how to find clients. This is the 6th episode in 11 episodes. This is a no-nonsense, hard work series of lessons that works in today's market so that you can find the clients that you want to be working with on a consistent basis. If any of these tips resonate with you, I would love to have a chat with you. The best way to do that is head on over to Rezzz.com, jump on my mailing list, and let me know how these work out for you. Obviously, there you're going to get more tips like these as I work through them, as well as be the first to know about them. Now, today's lesson is something that will have you stand out above all of the others to your target market by going onto someone's podcast that has ears of your potential clients. Podcasting is huge and growing each and every single day. Look, you are listening to one right now, in fact, right? With Spotify kicking the door in of Apple's podcast castle a couple of weeks ago, it's a medium that is firmly planting itself into the mainstream at this point in time. If you aren't aware, Spotify made a big business decision to buy 2 players in the podcasting realm that now puts podcasts in front of millions of listeners that they weren't there before. So what I want you to do is ask your clients what podcasts they listen to. If your clients don't listen to podcasts, then pull up Apple Podcasts or Spotify and search for the industry that you work in. Nonprofits, e-commerce, manufacturing, drone photography, sports. There is a podcast out there for everything. Go listen to a few episodes of a podcast that has more than 35 episodes, and their most recent episode is at least within the past few weeks. This is so that you know that they have an audience that they're broadcasting to, that they're not just a flash in the pan. Now, mind you, the average podcast usually dies out after 10 episodes. So 35 episodes shows you that they are gaining something from this. You can also look at the number of rating and reviews too. If they have some, then you know that that audience is engaged. Look at the episodes. See the kinds of topics that they talk about. Also, pay attention to some of the gaps that are missing that maybe you can fill up. Now, here's a key point. Make sure that this podcast invites guests on, right? You don't want to be listening to a podcast and try to pitch to be on a podcast that doesn't have guests. Here's the thing. If you are just adding to the fire hose, the host won't pay any attention to you. However, if you do reach out, you want to make sure that your ask is super relevant and focused with the audience in mind. Bonus points if you go ahead and share some of the episodes out prior to you doing the outreach and tag the host along with it. You'll pop onto their radar, and when you go ahead and contact that host, they'll at least recognize you a little bit. Look, I'll be honest, as a podcast host, I know that whenever I receive an email or somebody reaching out to me to ask to be on the show, it's self-serving. So don't try to beat around the bush too much. Keep it short, super relevant, and focused on adding value to their audience. You'll be better positioned to land that guest spot. Like I said, you want to add value to their audience. If you don't understand their audience, then don't pitch. It's just a waste of your time and theirs. If you know another guest that's already been on the show, then that's awesome because you can then go ahead and potentially ask that person for the introduction. And finally, when you do make contact, again, do not make it about yourself. It's got to be about the audience. The only time you should be mentioning anything about you is where you fill in the gap. So, as a simple example, hey, Pete, I loved episode 27 when you were speaking about how important it is for the marketability of the business to leverage local Google search. And then in episode 34, you shared a few tools that you use to do some comparative analysis. My name is Jason, and I provide a service to my clients for marketing comparative analysis. If you think that it would resonate with your audience, I'd love to share all that I know and the process that I walk through with my clients for your audience. Keep it simple, straight, and to the point. If you have a question, ask Rezzz. That's me. Find me on Twitter or head on over to askrezzz.com and click that Apply Now button. There, you'll fill out an application to come onto the show, ask your questions, get some free one-on-one coaching, and get the support of myself as well as the audience. Until next time, it's your time to live in the feast.